Speaking of the best, you should read some of the show feedback. Some of our listeners agree, it looks like.
Guju900 said, at the beginning, Wombat told a story about going to the dentist and having a noise-canceling headphones. He's already said this. How often are you going to the dentist? What's wrong? It was part of that previous visit. I didn't realize I had said so much about it before. But anyway.
They drilled too far when he went to the dentist, and he got a partial lobotomy.
Exactly. Also, Wombat sounds very spoiled and privileged. White boy in Ohio is in the middle. Baldy has the best down-to-earth attitude.
Agreed.
I've never been called privileged in my life, so I kind of like it.
How about I have to be the white guy on this podcast?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
What you talking about, white boy? See, that's me and my down-to-earth attitude that everybody enjoys.
And I have universal appeal.
To the spoiled crowd.
To the spoiled and privileged crowd. Well, my 1% mindset.
Of course. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you do go to a dentist that has a fucking full-screen movie theater in it.
Do you know how much my dentist appointment cost out of pocket?
Well, you have that fancy health insurance, probably.
It was $18 to go to the dentist.
You have that AAA health insurance that all the rich people are talking about.
Is that what I have?
Yes, you have Obamacare Prime, I think it's called. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I have Optimus Prime healthcare.
Yes. What else we got here in show feedback?
Sure. NC Humley has to say, sorry about your foot, Wombat. Sounds like you might be gout or a nerve issue. If your pain suddenly became worse without any injury, please let us know what the final diagnosis is.
Oh, we have an update here or what?
The pain is pretty much gone, which is great. My wife did schedule us to go for a family hike on Sunday, so that's going to be interesting.
Over hot coals?
Yeah, basically. She's like, oh, I hate you. Let's go for a hike on Sunday.
And leave your shoes at home.
But I did a lot of blood work. Too much, probably. Pretty much everything came back negative. Even for gout, which was a surprise to me too. It was probably just, is basically I just have really bad arthritis in my foot. That's what we got for now. Foot arthritis.
How do you get foot arthritis?
I don't know.
Like, what are you doing with your feet? Because, like, I understand, like, if they said you had, like, arthritis in your hands, I'd be like, oh, he's on the computer at work all the time, plays a lot of video games. That would make sense to me, but
I think it's partially hereditary.
What is your family doing with your feet?
They're stepping on his foot.
They're constantly coming into my house and just kind of bending it.
This is the family way, Wombat. Let me have your foot. Take off your shoes. It is time for the bending of the foot.
Okay.
I guess so.
Well, I'm glad it's not hurting you anymore.
Yes.
No, thank you. Yeah, no, the pain's pretty much gone, and there you go. Have
you tried some of those really tight socks?
Compression
those
socks.
Are for,
yeah, the compression
those are for
socks.
something. Those are for something else.
They might be for you.
It's not for this.
They're for old people.
I did find out though from all the blood work that I have really bad cholesterol.
Oh.
Yeah, so I gotta watch what I eat and not eat so much food with cholesterol in it, I guess. Is that what you do?
I think so.
Is that how it works? Yeah. I'm on cholesterol watch. So that's what's wrong with me.
Shit.
Yep. Basically, it's like picture the Long Island Expressway, but during rush hour.
Right.
Those are my arteries.
Yikes. Sounds like a spoiled and privileged problem.
I mean, couldn't that be contributing to your foot? I don't know how bodies work necessarily, but that's the farthest thing from your heart.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It has nothing to do with it. It wasn't. Yeah. Sorry.
We'll work on that problem.
Nope.
We'll try to solve that by the next episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So your wife's a doctor? Ask her. Shipwreck, your basement video was great. Love your theater room and pinball machines. Your family is lucky to have such a cool dad. You have an amazing collection of boxes in your cabinets. JK.
Rowling.
Yes,
yes, we agree that basement is awesome.
Yes, I enjoy my basement.
Yes, it's a very nice basement.
You got a lot of views, your video.
Did it?
Oh, what's it up to?
I don't know. It's like 2,500, 3,000, something like that. Last I looked, seemed like a lot.
That seems okay. I'm not getting any checks from that, so
no.
I'm glad that people are enjoying looking at it.
Right.
I'll make some more videos because there's a lot of like stuff I could go into more detail on and interesting stuff. But I need to figure out my streaming like capture things options that I have.
What do you mean?
Whatever happened to your green screen? Was that down there?
It's here.
Okay.
It wasn't in the video. It's stored in the storage room.
Right. There's a lot going on down there. It's got storage rooms.
Yes, there is a lot going on down here. But I haven't even hooked up my TurboGrafx yet. So
shit, you probably have to record a whole new video once you hook that up.
I could do a video of hooking that up, maybe. Show just how much of it's not that big of a pain to hook stuff up. I don't know. It's pulling a couple cables through, and programming the remote so that everything works magically. That Logitech Ultimate, I think, is what I have down here. Is that what I have?
Probably. Sounds right.
It's whatever the big boy Logitech controller is.
With the screen.
Well, there's two of them with the screen.
Oh, you have the better one.
I need the better one down here because it has more activities that you can, and more devices that you can link up to it.
Oh, right. The Ultimate, I think, only supports 15 devices.
So this is Elite, then, I would guess.
Shit. God damn. He's Elite. I don't have
that Elite TV control.
Yeah, look at that. That's not cheap.
Don't look at that.
What else? Right,
I don't mention any of these things because I want people to look up what I've spent on it.
Right. You shouldn't. Yeah, it's a good call. I know the feeling.
Right. Don't look at that. That's what I tell Mrs. Shipwreck. Don't look at that.
Am I reading this one that you put here?
Yes.
Bickle has to say, I think the burning question of our times is whether or not Wombat has used his McDonald's Big Mac sauce yet. And the answer is...
No.
No, I have not.
I knew it.
You're just going to let that rot in your fridge, huh?
Well, I mean, I honestly haven't had really a reason to use it.
Well, I'm sure that's going to help with the cholesterol.
Maybe.
Exactly.
You should soak your foot in it.
All I've eaten this week is lots of peanut butter and lots of carrots. So
I would recommend soaking your foot in the Big Mac sauce and then also doing like a mouthwash with the Big Mac sauce for your teeth.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling that there's probably protective mayonnaise in there for your teeth.
I would say just recycle the one that you just put the sauce that you put your foot in and just go right to your mouth with that. You don't want.
That's really, that's good because I don't want to waste any of it.
Yeah.
I only have a finite amount.
You get it right back in the bottle.
That's true. So you're saying, because maybe if I swish it in my mouth and go mouth to foot, and then put it back in the bottle for another
that's better.
time.
It's basically the water cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was I was crazy talk when I said you should go to the foot first. Obviously.
Yeah, no, we want it to be like soft and warm.
Right.
So it should go mouth, foot.
Right. That was gross. You should definitely put it in your mouth first, and then the foot,
exactly.
and then back in the bottle.
Back in the bottle, and then back in the fridge. Rinse, repeat.
I might throw up.
What have you checked to see how long that stuff is good for?
I have no idea. And if it goes bad, then whatever. It's
It's probably so full of preservatives that as long as you don't open it, it'll last forever.
It's fine.
All right. What else?
Cisco Mantra has to say, it looks like Dreamcade replay may not happen. Intellectual property dispute posted. And Dwayne C. White says, hi, has Shipwreck looked at the Indiegogo retro game Sigma? It's another emulator box along the lines of the Dreamcade replay. So, any update on the Dreamcade replay? Dreamcade play?
Cast?
Yeah, like, after the show last week, they had a IP dispute with Atari, which I talked to the guys at Dreamcade, and they're like, they were very forthcoming with it. Will probably be up back up on Kickstarter within a couple days because they were already working with Atari to license games to put in there, and it seemed like just lawyers have to like do all of their due diligence type of stuff, and that seems like what it was because it's back up and running now. I didn't see anything that would make me think that there's going to be any intellectual property problems with this device. There's plenty of these things sold everywhere, and like I said, the Dream Arcade company, they have been making those arcade machines for years, so they kind of know the ins and outs of how to put out these emulator machines.
Right.
And I've still been messing around with the one I have here. I still think, now that it's back up, I still think for $99 it's a really good buy.
Since you have this hotline to these guys, did you ask them to come to my house to hook up a joystick to it?
I can ask, I guess. I don't know. I don't know that that's going to happen. I think they're based in California, but
tell them that you can get them into NBA playgrounds.
But some people were asking me too, like whether or not they should go for it's $99 for the base unit or $129, I think, for a controller that comes with it. And I mean, it's completely up to you, but playing around with the controller that they sent me, I would just rather play with a Xbox 360 controller. Mm-hmm. So I think the $99 option is probably really good.
I would imagine they'd sell the controller separately at some point anyway.
I would think so. I mean, it's very much a Xbox 360 type controller, but it just doesn't feel... It's a standard third-party issue. Like with controllers, none of them generally feel as good as the first-party controllers. The buttons just feel clickier, and it just feels stiffer. But I don't know. I still am on the Dreamcade replay bandwagon. I think what they're offering is a lot better than some of these other ones. Like I looked at this Retro Engine Sigma that great mighty daddy asked us about here, and first of all, they made a lot of money on Indiegogo on that thing, and it might be good. I don't know if it's coming to fruition. It seems like it should be out soon based upon what I could find, but the documentation on it is just, it's not nearly as forthcoming as what Dreamcade Replay is. And digging through it, like I found the specs, and that Retro Engine it's running Linux. So automatically I'm like, well, I don't really want to, like, kind of the beauty of the Dreamcade Replay is it's running Windows 10 and it doesn't require a lot of fiddling. And if I get a Linux machine, that just makes me think I'm going to have to be doing Linuxy type stuff. But the processor is like half as fast as what the Dreamcade Replay is. All the specs are considerably worse than what's in here. It didn't have Bluetooth built in. A lot of stuff where like you'd have to add stuff onto that one. So I'm sure it works fine. It's just not the value hardware wise that this Dreamcade Replay is. Wombat, have I convinced you to get to one of these yet? They announced today that they are going to throw in the Steam integration already, even though they haven't gotten to 100K yet.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. If I could, it's going to be such a hassle to put this inside my cabinet and get it working. And I
also have no place to really. I don't even know where to hook. I guess I could find space on my TV, but I could unhook the Switch and plug it in.
Oh wow! You're giving up on that Switch already, huh?
Well, I just have nothing. What am I playing on it?
Exactly.
Brr.